Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here then welcome. My name's Chloe. So today's video is my empties video for August. So I do usually do these videos at the end of the month if I do have enough empty products for that month, and it turns out the past couple of months I have actually had enough to do a video. So I personally really like to watch these videos just because I like to see the products that somebody's used up. Have they liked them all the way through? Would they buy them again? You know, just because in this industry we are buying so many different products and keeping up with different trends of new products and things like that. So it is really nice to see a product that somebody is really loving genuinely, and if they'd buy it again. And if there are any products in here that haven't worked for me and they work for you, I mean, everyone's different, and just because a product works or doesn't work for me doesn't mean that it will or won't work for you, really. So I have a little bit of skincare, a little bit of makeup, and some sort of odds and sods, really. So I'll start with my smallest pile. So I do have a hair product here. So this is the Hask Argan Oil 5-in-1 leave-in spray. So the 5 claims are: it conditions and detangles, adds shine, repairs and controls frizz, provides thermal protection, and moisturizes to prevent breakage. I do really like this spray. It has lasted me a long time. I mean, I bought this from Boots, I want to say a couple of years ago. I only do a couple of sprays in my hair. I've got my hair oil, I've got my Colour Wow Dream Coat, so that's like my magic hair combination, really. I do find that my hair does get quite puggy when it's wet, so I have got a Tangle Teaser and I do put this spray all over, so I do feel like it does detangle my hair. And I do brush sort of from halfway down instead of brushing all the way down, as you know, you're just going to create more breakage, and so I brush from sort of mid-length to get any like pugs out, and then sort of brush all the way through. If I do see this again in Boots or Superdrug, I will pick up the brand because I do really like it. I wasn't a fan of their hair oil. I thought that it was very heavy, but I do like this spray. It is very lightweight, and I just think that it works with the products that I have already. In terms of using it by itself, my hair was still frizzy, but I did have quite a cheap hairdryer, really, and I wasn't really taking care of my hair. I just sort of blast it, then straighten it. Whereas now I've got my Colour Wow, I use my Olaplex on it. I've invested in a hairdryer that's got a lower heat setting, so it dries your hair faster. And it's got some sort of anti-frizz technology as well. So I feel like the spray is working better with my hair and the way that I'm drying it. So my next product is from the Body Shop. This is one of their body butters, and this one's in the scent Juicy Pear. So I believe I got this one, not this Christmas just gone, but the Christmas before, and it's taken me a while to get through it, just because I forgot about it, really. It is really small, and I just sort of had it in my bathroom and then put other things on top of it, and then just stopped using it, really. So I've sort of used it here and there, and I've finally used it up. I really like the Body Shop body butters. They're so soft. They just rub into the skin really nicely, and they're really moisturising, and I love the scents. I believe that this one only comes out around Christmas, but what Body Shop tend to do is they'll bring out a fragrance for a couple of years, and then they'll just discontinue it and bring out another set of like fragrances for Christmas, because they did have a spiced apple collection that they brought out a couple of years in a row, and it was really cute. I remember my sister got me a set, and it was an apple shaped tin filled with loads of goodies, and I had the shower gel for a while because I wasn't fussed on the shower gel, really, but Jake absolutely loved it. And then when he finished using it, he tried to go and buy it, but it was discontinued and it didn't come out that Christmas, so he was gutted. And then he jumped on to the Juicy Pear hype, and I think that they didn't have it, not this Christmas, I think 2 Christmases ago, and then they brought it out the next Christmas, and I don't think they had Juicy Pear this Christmas just gone. I'm not sure, they keep changing it, but it is a really, really nice scent. I would recommend the Body Shop for so many different products, especially their bath and body. I love it. I love their shower gels, I love their body butters. I am a bit of a snob. I do generally only really buy from them and Lush Cosmetics. I mean, the body butters, I will always purchase one whenever they're on offer, and I know that NHS staff get 20% off Body Shop now. So yeah, I mean, I am using my lavender retinol big squirty body cream that I got from TK Maxx, but of course if there is ever a sale or I'm ever walking past Body Shop, I will be tempted to go in and buy another body butter. So next I've got some skincare. So I will start off with some lip balms because I am just a lip balm addict. So this lip balm here is from Charlotte Tilbury. You can't quite see as it has sort of rubbed off the front and back, but this one is her Magic Lip Oil, and it is a roller. So it does remind me of those fruity flavoured roll-on lip glosses that you had when you were younger. I really liked this. I thought that it was really nourishing, really moisturising, and it was very Moorish. Like, I could sit there and just pop it on and roll it on my lips. It was a novelty to putting it on, really, because I'm not a big fan of dipping into things and having it on my fingers. So I do prefer an applicator where I don't have to dig my finger into it, really. I know that she has come out with more shades since. They do look very nice, but I am just a sucker for an original lip balm because I don't mind the colour of my natural lips. They are very pink and pigmented anyway. This did cost me £28. It is very expensive for a lip balm. I mean, my favourite lip balm is the Clinique Moisture Surge lip mask. I just think that it is so nice. It's way cheaper than this one. So if I was to choose out of the two, I would buy the Clinique one over this one, but this is up there. It was a really, really nice lip balm for me. So next I have another lip balm. So this one, it just says natural extracts at the top, so I'm not quite sure where this is from. I believe that this was put in my stocking from my mum. So she must have got it in a set and given one to me, Steph and Georgie. And this one is shea butter, and it just says moisturising and hydrating lip balm. I mean, I would agree. I thought that this was a really, really nice lip balm. I had it on my desk at work for ages, and I'd sort of just sit there and pop it on. It does have a really nice smell to it. I thought that the texture of it was really nice. It wasn't too sticky. It was nice and easy to apply, because sometimes they're too hard pressed, sometimes they're too sticky and gloopy, but this was a nice consistency. I will probably end up having another one in my stocking this year. My mum tends to buy us little things like lip balm, shower gels, little things that we don't really need to buy ourselves then, because she sort of bought it for us and we've got it. So that was a good purchase from my mother. It was a very nice lip balm. If anybody watched my haul video, I showed this sheet mask in there from Primark. So this was only 80p. It's a hydrating hyaluronic acid sheet mask, and it was made in Korea. So that's the reason why I picked it up, really. I had a look at the ingredients and it seemed safe to use. I mean, I saw it and I thought, oh god, 80p, what's in that? But I love a sheet mask. I put one on at least once a week. I just find that it really calms me down, and I pop it on in the evening, take it off, I do my skincare, I go to sleep, and I just feel like I have a really nice night's sleep. It's a whole like relaxation for me. I do really like it. I do usually get the Garnier sheet masks. I have tried the Wishful mask from Huda Beauty, which I do really like. So I wanted to try this one out, just because the other masks are a bit more expensive, and this one was only 80p. So I did pop this in the fridge. I kept it in there for about a week or two, just to get it nice and cold. When I put it on, it was nice and, well, cold from being in the fridge, and it was sort of nice and saturated with hyaluronic acid. So it was really wet on my skin. It was really cooling, but it dried out very, very quickly. I mean, it was only 80p. I did like that it left my skin feeling nice and soft. Not quite how I feel after the Garnier mask, but if I'm in Primark again and I'm just queuing up and I see this for 80p, I will probably pick it up again and have a look at the other masks that they've got to try out and see if there's maybe another one that I prefer. Okay, so next I have a toner. So this was just a little sample size that I think came in one of my Cult Beauty orders. This is from Good Molecules, and this is a niacinamide brightening toner. So it does have vitamin C in it, and licorice root extract to brighten and improve the appearance of enlarged pores. I wasn't overwhelmed by this product. I mean, it was a very nice amount for a trial size. I can't remember how many uses I got out of it, but I don't think that it did anything for my pores. I don't think that it really did anything for my skin in terms of brightening. So it's a product that I just sort of used and then forgot about. I mean, I feel like I have more benefits from the Jeffree Star toner that I use. The only thing about that one is that it does nothing for my blackheads. And this one didn't either, and it didn't really do anything for my pore size. So this isn't a product that I would recommend. I mean, I do feel like it was a very good size, that it should have done something out of the claims for my skin. And I don't really want to buy the full size to test it out fully, as I said, I do prefer the Jeffree Star one. Then next I have a product from Paula's Choice. So this is the 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. So many people rave about this product. It's always on TikTok Shop. So many people are just, they love it. They say what it does for their skin. I tried this out and I don't feel like it did anything for my blackheads. I feel like they could live through a nuclear bomb. They just stay on my face. I mean, I did have a micro needling facial, and within that package I had the little sucker and scraper. I do feel like that really benefited them. They are still there, so I feel like after my holiday I'm definitely going to go back and have another one and really see what that does for them. In terms of my the rest of my face and my spots, I do feel like it helped with that. It definitely helped with any scarring that I had. I feel like that's definitely filled out, but again, I have been using the Jeffree Star products, which I feel like have had a huge impact on that as well. And I have recently had the microneedling facial, and I am seeing benefits to that as well. So I'm not sure if that's quite those products instead of this product, because they've all been used around sort of the same time really. I feel like this is only £10, or it's like £7 or £8 on TikTok Shop. So I don't know whether to just get another little one and try it out again, just to see if it does improve my nose, the blackheads on there, or the spots on my face, because it is supposed to smooth and even your skin tone and unclog and shrink enlarged pores. So I feel like I am going to give this one another go, just because so many people rave about what it does for their skin. So yeah, I feel like I will repurchase this one, just to persevere with it and test it out and see, really give it a good go and use it consistently, because I feel like I didn't use this one consistently, so that's what I'm going to do this time. And then hopefully when this shows up in another empties, I will have better things to say about it. So next I have some makeup. So I'm going to start with this product here. So I bought this in the big lip liner set when the company was called Kat Von D. She then sold the company, so it's now KVD Beauty. I can't remember what it stands for. I think that the second, is it Kindness? Vegan Beauty? I'm not sure. It's not really a brand that I buy. I'm not really excited by it. But I was really interested in the lip liner bundle. I believe I got that on offer at Debenhams. Oh, I want to say that was about 6 years ago now. And it came with all sorts of colours. It came with blue, green, like bright pink, the nudes. It came with a black, and yeah, I still have them because I haven't really used them. This one's called D Minor. I feel like this one would go really well with, is it Lolita and Lolita 2 that are the really popular liquid lipsticks from Kat Von D, well, KVD Beauty. So I've got a teeny bit left here, so I will try and swatch it. So that's the lip liner there. I've just sort of scraped the end of it. It is a nice sort of like a brownie nude shade. I thought that these were going to be really soft and creamy because they aren't a lip liner that you sharpen down, you do twist it up. But I just felt like the lip liner dragged, it skipped, it was quite hard, and I felt like if I had to go in with a bit more pressure that it would almost change the colour of the lip liner. It would just go really dark and it would almost deposit too much of the creamy formula onto the lip, and I do overdraw my lips, so that was just a bigger no-no. So I wouldn't recommend these if they're still made. I don't know if they've reformulated products, got rid of them, brought out new ones, but I do prefer the MAC lip pencils. I do really like the Vive lip pencils. I would just opt for those over one of these. Next I have a couple of products from Benefit. One of them is a brow gel. So this, it has the same component as the 24-hour brow setter, but this one is 3D brow tones. I don't know if this is discontinued because Benefit bring out so many different brow products that you don't need. That some of them are just gimmicks. I mean, when I used to work on the counter and a new product would come out, I'd be like, oh my god, please be a foundation. Please be a really nice liquid blush. Please be a setting spray. Please be something to compete with the brands that I am competing with in Debenhams, like Estee Lauder, Urban Decay. But they just brought out more products that you didn't need. Like, what was that? Like, there was a product that was called Brow Styler. The 3D, is it the contour pen, which had, oh my gosh, the different click down shades. Those products were awful. They should have really invested in products that people wanted, really. So that was one of the major issues I had with that brand when I worked for them. But this one is sort of like, it's supposed to catch the light. I believe there were 2 shades. This one, what shade's this one? So this one's 2, and I believe there was a shade 4, and they came out with different colours as well for sort of festival season. So this one, I didn't mind it. I used it alongside Gimme Brow. I mean, Gimme Brow is more of a fibre gel, and and it had a different consistency to it. This one has a bit more of a wet formula. The brush is very different, so it doesn't deposit as much product. It sort of just combs through to give you sort of like a brow highlight, really. So I would use this just to pop through my brows when I wasn't really wearing any makeup, or when I didn't want to have a really heavy brow. So I didn't mind the product. I mean, I do prefer Gimme Brow just because that gives you a bit more of a fluffy effect, whereas this one's a bit more subtle, and it's not a product that I would go out and buy. It was just a product that I think that I had just to try for when I was on the counter, and it's not an overwhelming product, and it's not something that I would recommend or go out and buy. So my next product from Benefit is this here. So this is a cream highlighter called What's Up. So I asked my sister for this for my birthday because I saw Desi Makeup using it in one of her YouTube videos years ago, before I even started working for the brand, and I don't like it. I haven't actually used it in full. It comes with this horrible little sponge on the end that you're supposed to blend the product out with. No, it works best for you to use your finger, warm it up with your finger and pat on. So I would warm it up, I would pop it on with this finger, and I would blend out with this one. Just because your ring finger, it has lighter pressure, so I tend to blend my cream products, like highlight products, with this finger. So in comparison to like the iconic London Illuminator drops and my Vive Skin Dew, this is just nothing. I mean, it's called What's Up, and it's got a light bulb on it that's supposed to mean that it's bright and shiny and catches the light and whatever. I just feel like it's really subtle. I like quite a really glowy, well, highlight really, and I can achieve that with my Vive Skin Dew, but I can't achieve that with this. I feel like you have to build it up a bit more, and I feel like it just stays creamy. Like, oh, it was my pet peeve. I would use it and then I would get my hair stuck in it, and then you try and pull your hair away and you'd have like that, you know, that like line where your hair has just sort of been dragged through it. I definitely had that. So it's not a product that I would recommend. It's not a product that I would repurchase. Again, I don't know if Benefit still have this on sale, as we didn't have a lot on the counter, and I didn't really sell a lot of them because they came out with Cookie and what's the other one? I can't remember. They came out with the Cookie highlighter and the pink highlighter, which sort of took over then. So next I've got some paint pots from MAC. So these are both in the shade Soft Ochre. This is like old school. I mean, so many people use these paint pots for priming their eyes. And then the P. Louise base came out and just everybody started using that. So this is a really nostalgic product for me because I was obsessed with MAC when I first got into makeup. And I was doing it on myself and doing it on other people. I would just buy so much MAC, and this was constantly on my eyes. It was my favourite to use. I do really like it. However, I do feel like the formula does dry out very quickly, so you do have to make sure that you keep, as soon as you've sort of used it on your eyes, shut the lid and keep it tight, because the product will crack and it will dry. So I don't know whether I would repurchase this, just because I can achieve the same effect with concealer and it's cheaper, but it was just nice for me to find these, and I did use a little bit of one, but as you can see it is quite dried up in there, so I wasn't able to use much of it. But I would recommend it. I mean, this was my favourite for so long. There's so many MAC products that just have a place in my heart, like Ruby Woo Cherry Lip Pencil, Boldly Bare Lip Pencil. Oh my god, I love that lip pencil. They have another lip pencil called Morning Coffee. That's a really, really nice pencil. I like to use that with their lip gloss called Pink Lemonade. That one is discontinued now and I'm absolutely gutted, but that was my favourite lip combo. So next I have some lashes. So these ones are virtually done with. I've used them so many times. I have taken care of them, brushing through them, making sure I've sort of cleaned through them with a little cotton bud as well to get all the glue off. These ones are from Primalash. Primalash, I would say, are my favourite lash brand, just because they do really compete with the known brands like Tatty Lashes, Lily Lashes. They do make similar lashes, lash styles to them for a quarter of the price. And they are very, you know, they do shout out their discount codes as well. Like, they have a lot of beauty influencers that put their codes in their bios. Like, I use Face Fairy 60 as my code, as she has, I think she has 2 collabs with them now, and some of her lashes are actually my favourites from Primalash. She collaborated with them to make the Fairy Godmother lash, which, if you have watched a few of my videos, you would know that that is my favourite lash to wear from Primalash. They did do one years ago that was called Aquamarine, which was such a dramatic lash that sort of fanned out, which is my favourite style, but I haven't seen it on their website in ages, so I think that it was just discontinued because they bring out more styles. But they are a lash brand that I would recommend. I mean, I go through so many lashes. I like to have lots of different lash styles as well. And I do stock up on these and they do really last. I mean, if you take care of your lashes, they'll take care of you. These ones are the Luxury Mink and they're in the style Dead. So they are a good example of the fanned out lash, where they are more fluttery on the outer corner. They are very, very flattering. I really like these whether I wear eyeliner or not. I do find that Primalash have a very comfortable lash band as well. I am due another lash haul, so I may pick up another one of these. I do like to have a look to see what new styles they've got, and I do like to flick through their Instagram page to see their photos really, and to see what the lashes look like on real people. So yeah, I will always buy Primalash. I have bought Primalash for years when they had the old style packaging that was the white packaging with, I think it was like dark pink, and then it had the white polka dots on it. So lastly, I have some foundations. So this first one is from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. This was my favourite for such a long time. I loved being full coverage. I just loved having that flawless, like, photoshopped finish, and I felt like this really achieved that. If I wanted more natural days, I could shear it down, I could use less, I could mix it with the Flawless filter. I just think that this product is really, really nice. It's really long lasting. I think that it sets beautifully. It lasts throughout the day. But if anybody is looking for more of a full coverage foundation that looks like your skin but better, I would recommend this one. I did unfortunately have an awful experience on a Charlotte Tilbury counter when I tried to get this. I did use the foundation finder online, but I didn't want to waste my money if I was going to get the wrong shade, because you know, you don't know if some foundation are going to oxidize on you. I am very pale, so I do need to make sure that I do get a shade that is either my exact skin tone or slightly darker, and it does really depend on the undertone to it as well. So this one is shade 1N, so I am more neutral. So when I went to Cardiff, the one day I very much knew that I wanted to buy this foundation, and I was stood at the counter looking at them, looking at the shades, putting them on my hands, and not really knowing which one was gonna look right on me because I didn't know if they were going to oxidize. I wanted to try it out. And the girl that was there, she was younger, and she just sort of like spoke about the product a little bit. She popped it on her hand, picking up a shade that was her skin tone, not mine. And then she didn't even offer to put it on my skin, to colour match me, nothing. She just walked away. And I'm not a time waster. If I go up to a makeup counter, I'm genuinely interested in buying a product, spending my money, because working on a counter myself, I know that, you know, you get commission for whatever you sell. So you do tend to sort of push more sales, you show more products, you just keep adding and adding until the customer says no. And I mean, when I was working on counter, I would really listen to the customer on what they wanted. And because I appreciate that you are parting with your money. I mean, the counters, you know, they are high-end prices. And it just wasn't a good experience for me. So, you know, I went away, I came back, I think it was either the next day or a couple of days later, because Jake and I were in Cardiff for just sort of staying over for like a mini staycation, really. And there was another lady on the counter that day, and she was fantastic. She came right over to me, she sat me straight down. It took off the foundation sort of on this big portion of my face here. She colour matched me appropriately, and sort of wanted my opinion as well as to whether I like to be an exact match or slightly warmer. And then we both agreed that I would try this one on the bigger portion of my face. She popped it on. She was really complimentary about my skin, because at the time I was a bit more insecure. She was just really lovely, and I bought it straight away. And I've repurchased this I think 3 times since. It is a really good foundation. I mean, Charlotte Tilbury has brought out the Beautiful Skin foundation, which I just bloody adore, because I am just more into my less coverage, really dewy, glowy, glowy skin. So this is a product that I think that I would repurchase, so I would have it in my collection, because I do love it so much for when I do want that full coverage look. Maybe if I was going to a concert, going to a wedding where I wanted it to last all day and all night. So I would definitely have this in my collection for that. And then I just love the Beautiful Skin for sort of day-to-day date night, something like that, where I just want to look really glowy. Like, I took Beautiful Skin foundation with me on a holiday to Tenerife, and all the girls would ask me every time I did my makeup what foundation was I wearing, because it would just look so beautiful, and it would photograph really nicely. I wouldn't look like I was really sweaty. It would make me just look really nice and really dewy. So I love Charlotte Tilbury's foundation formulas. She's just onto a winner. The next one is Doublewear from Estee Lauder. So this one is also in 1N0 in porcelain. So the only thing that I don't like about this foundation is that you do have to buy the pump separately. It is just sort of like this that you tip out. So I do feel like there is an element of a messiness to the product if you haven't bought the pump, as that's just an extra cost really. But I do really like the finish of this. I mean, I do tend to wear it when I film, as I do really like the way that it looks on camera and the way it photographs. So 9 times out of 10 I have got this foundation on my skin. But yeah, I have it in the Ivory Nude shade, as I just prefer that shade for me. In terms of the longevity of the product, I do feel like it lasts. It is quite thick, so you don't need a lot of this product. And, you know, if you are wearing double wear, then please do a double or even a triple cleanse to get it off, because it is very thick, very full coverage, and it just stays on your skin. So make sure that you are taking it off. Otherwise, it can lead to breakouts. I didn't actually start using this foundation until I worked in Debenhams. I don't know if I didn't really think about the brand because, you know, I like to use Urban Decay, Jeffree Star, and I didn't really think of Estee Lauder as a brand for me to use because it does look very posh, very high-end, like older ladies would use it. But when I started working at Debenhams and I was opposite the counter, I would see so many people would buy this foundation, and I just didn't realise how popular it was. And then I tried it, you know, I tried a few different shades and I really liked it. I mean, I do think that it is a really nice finish. It does just make your base look absolutely flawless, but the only thing I would say with it is very thick. If you don't take it off properly, then you will break out, so I would bear that in mind if you were thinking of purchasing doublewear. It is a product that I will always have. I mean, I have a massive one that I use for my videos, and it is a product that I think that I will always have as one of my foundation backups, just because I really like the finish of it, how it films, how it looks on camera, how it photographs. If that's the foundation that you're looking for, then I would recommend this one, but please take it off properly with a double or a triple cleanse. So there you go, guys, that was my empties video for August. I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this empties video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel before you leave. If you would like to see more of me, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram and Twitter under the same handle, which is at Kiehls. But thank you so much for clicking on to another one of my videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!